How's it going, you guys? Kyle, we're up here with another tutorial for you all this week on how to do a really fun combo that I like to do when you have a wall on one side and a little ledge, a little mini wall on another. Basically, what you're gonna do is a 360 wall run into a dash/lazy, whatever that's gonna be called in your area. So, with nothing more to do, let's demonstrate it. And the other way. Now there's a couple things you obviously gotta know when it comes to doing this. You gotta know how to do a basic tic-tac, and knowing a little lazy vault or reverse vault can help. The biggest key here is you never let anything touch except for your feet and your hands. So no butt touching, no back rolling, no, that stuff. So, let's go to the first movement. The first movement has to do with the wall. Now when I go to the wall, I do a very specific thing. I go left, right, and sometimes I put my hands, and then I push off. That's all we're gonna talk about just for this wall part. When you're going into it, you wanna kinda go in and think about it as the left foot or the first foot gets you up as high as the obstacle that you're trying to vault. The second one is gonna push you in the direction that you need to go. Now, you gotta be careful because your back is turned here. So you gotta make sure that when you push off, you're pushing straight away from the wall, exactly where you wanna go, while your shoulders and your hips are opening and turning to face the direction that you're going. So the best way to know which foot goes first in the wall is to think about which side you're coming from. If you're coming from the left side, you're gonna go left foot first, because if you don't go left foot first, you're gonna end up doing that crossing motion, or you're just gonna do that one foot. So left side, left foot first, then right foot, and you're actually gonna be turning over your left shoulder as well as you lead into that. When you push off this one, make sure you also kind of push and turn your shoulders and pull those arms. And if you're a tricker that also does free running, think tornado kick. Because as you're coming off the wall, you're kind of kicking your legs over in a 1-2 as your hands are planted on the block to support it. So as you're coming off here, you can use this hand and plant that hand here for example of progression. Push off the wall, plant the hand and kick your legs over, and then plant your feet and scoot off. And then you go into like kind of a jumping motion and get used to kind of pushing and swinging your legs more and more and planting your hands behind that back. So as you're passing over, make sure you plant that other hand there to kind of stabilize it straight as you pop out. One common issue here is a lot of people have the tendency to kind of push straight back and go this way as opposed to continuously turning and going more that way. The easiest way I can think about doing that is to run along the wall and keep turning before you push. Kind of aim to look over your shoulder at the obstacle before you push off the wall. Doing so or aiming for that will help you kind of get that openness more, and it'll be just a little bit easier because you'll already be facing it and you'll already be off the wall, so you have just that last vault to worry about. As you're pushing off as well, lift your hips up, so when your pan comes plant, it's gonna push as your leg also pushes, your hips up, and you lift this leg and reach like so, and you wanna get that momentum. So if you want to, you can start up on a spot like this and focus on planting that hand and reaching with those feet. And then once you kind of play around with that a little bit, try and make it more into one movement. So you can progress from doing that step-by-step motion to kind of doing it more into like 3 steps or 1 step, into where it's all one kind of fluid movement. And it's the exact same way on the opposite side. From the right side, you're going to put your right foot first, and you're going to go right, left, turn over your shoulder, look and spot, then push, swing your feet over like a tornado kick, get that last hand behind you, push, and stabilize. Also on the right side, make sure that first foot, your right foot, because you're coming from the right side, is going to be pushing up to get you as high as you can. The left foot is going to push away. Also, one last tip, if you're still not making it to the block or over the block, check where you're placing your feet. I found that if you try and plant your feet closer to where the wall is, you'll actually be that much closer to passing over it. A quick couple things, make sure your legs, when you're going around, they're not going like that. Lift your hips up and get those feet pointing towards the ceiling. Swing if you have to. Focus on that momentum that gets you going woo, woo. And keep those hips up by pressing against the block with your arms. And don't let your shoulders be up. Push your shoulders down. That's how you're really gonna lift those hips up. So that's all there really is to it. once you have those down, just keep drilling it over and over and over again, and just it'll get easier and easier and easier as you do it. The more times you do it, your muscle memory will be more comfortable with it, enabling you to have more control, which will make it super easy and get you used to doing, you know, more bigger combos or add a twist, add another flip, and other crazy fun stuff like that. So not much more to do. Here's some slow-mos, you guys. Thanks for watching. Again, I'm Epic or Kyle, and this is a tutorial for a 360 wall run to a lazy vault slash dash, whatever that's going to be called. Thanks a lot, you guys. Take great care and stay positive.